welcome back to a Playhouse Chat. But it's a bit of a special...
Different location.
Playhouse Chat. It's not like... well, put it this way. We're not exactly in Prescott. No, we can't.
No, it's too rowdy for Prescott, this.
we're in Prescott's...
Sister.
Twin town.
Not twin as such.
Yeah.
Twin, okay.
We're actually outside the RSC in Stratford-upon-avon. And we're here to see... what we're here to see?
A Christmas Carol.
A Christmas Carol, of course.
We're seeing a performance of it tonight.
Yeah.
In their theatre behind us.
So we're doing a Christmas Carol tonight. And we've got all the kids have just arrived now, so that's all the screaming is about.
Be all a bit
and they're all
high sugar level.
Yeah, they're all high sugar. I think that's what it is, or high excitement. So yeah, we're here and what we're gonna be doing is basically doing a comparison, because as you may know, A Christmas Carol starts at the Shakespeare North
on the 25th of November to the 7th of January.
Yes, that's right, and it's only the 9th of November. And
I don't know how long it runs here.
No.
It's a good running time though, into Christmas and New Year, I think.
Yeah. So we're going to do a comparison to see how this compares with the Shakespeare North. Not just the play itself, by the way, but the entire visitor experience.
Yeah, that's important.
So we're going to compare that as well.
Because I think from the moment you click that button when you buy your tickets online,
yeah,
you are entering into a themed evening, aren't you?
That's right.
For a show, the experience from when you enter the theatre.
Yeah.
And it's that what you're buying into, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the performance is always a bonus.
We're going to compare the RSC to the Shakespeare North.
Now, what do we know about the RSC production of Christmas Carol this year?
Well, I'd say it was a more traditional one than we can expect in Prescott. It's got Edmondson is appearing.
He's a big favourite of mine.
A lot
of the young ones.
Yeah, a lot of you older ones may remember him from the young ones.
The punk guy with the orange hair.
That's it. University scumbag. Remember that? And
he still is.
Yeah, and it kind of like. It's got more of a traditional feel. Now, the other night, only last night, there was a press night, and the photos from that look absolutely stunning. So that looks really interesting. So we're looking forward to seeing this, and I mean, it's an unfair comparison, really, because this is an established theatre here, and so it's been going for a long time. It's in Shakespeare's birthplace.
Yeah, but Shakespeare of the North have got the advantage that they can provide innovative and new plays.
Yeah.
As opposed to the RSC and the Globe.
That's right.
So they have got a good footing.
Do you know what? Watching Edmondson tonight, as you know, university scumbag young ones. Is quite relevant, because you could call the Shakespeare a bit of a punk. Punk.
You could actually.
A rebellious place. The North has always been a bit rebellious.
I think it's a case of having to be, hasn't it, to stand up to the South.
Yeah.
Don't you
So
think?
what we're going to do now is we're going to go to see the show tonight, and we'll report back to you possibly
after
the show. Yeah.
And also we might do a review, because we're staying over.
Yeah.
So we might do a review in the morning and give you
and we'll knit it all together for you.
What we felt about the performance. And,
yeah. So we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye for now.
It was amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
It's absolutely brilliant. It was amazing. It was really good.
I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed particularly the dancing and singing bits.
I thought it was really good, very festive.
The effects were just amazing.
It just reminded me of Christmas.
I thought it was really well done. Enjoyed it very much.
My first time here, and I thought it was great.
definitely a show to come and see.
Must see.
It's amazing. It's one of the best things I've ever seen.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? That was like the it's like the morning
After the night before.
The night before. Or to put it another way,
It's windy.
a bad day at the morgue.
Oh.
What did you think of the show last night, Kath?
Well, we went to see Christmas Carol
Yeah, we did.
with Edmondson
Yes,
at the RSC in Stratford-upon-avon.
we did. As you know, because we said that in the intro. So
We did. But
Yeah.
I'm saying it again.
I know you are.
Now, what did I think of the show? I love the costumes.
Yeah,
I thought the period costumes were lovely. I love how it was staged and set.
yeah.
Um,
Sorry about the wind, by the way. It's very windy.
Very windy here.
Yeah.
I love the stage, I love the set, and I love the story of Christmas Carol, but can I be honest?
Yeah, to be honest, that's what these reviews are all about.
Okay, I get a bit bored with it being done the same way again and again. I mean, it was nice because they had the character of Dickens narrating through as the story was unfolding and the scenes were changing,
Yeah.
and it was beautifully set, very evocative, wonderful, just a nice presentation and delivery of the play itself. But I don't know, maybe it's this is just an individual feeling, and I just thought it was a little bit too conservative and too to the book.
Yeah.
And okay, I know, yeah, plays generally, whoever they're written by, or stories, whoever they're written by, are generally kept to that. But sometimes it needs a little bit of invention. First performance I've seen at the RSC.
Yeah, same here.
And
We've worked at the RSC, by the way.
Yeah.
We have worked there a number of times, and
outside and in the
we won't tell you what we do, but it is a kind of performance art that we do. So yeah, we've done the RSC and we've done the Shakespeare Birthplace Trust. We've worked in Stratford a few times, but it's the first time we've actually ever seen a show there.
I mean, that's my thoughts on it. What did you think about Adrian Edmondson's performance of Scrooge? That would be interesting from the young ones. Played Vivian, didn't he?
I enjoyed watching him as Vivian in The Young Ones.
Yeah.
I think he's brilliant in that character. As far as Scrooge is concerned, I felt his performance was a bit flat. In fact, I found the performances of both the most powerful things about Scrooge are the ghosts, Jacob Marley and Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to get strong roles for them, but I don't think they came across as being very powerful roles. It may be a matter of direction or the script or whatever, but I don't think they came across very
as powerful
well
as they could have done
to me. I mean, I found myself, to be perfectly honest, I found myself falling asleep during the production. And if you're falling asleep during a theatre production, there's some problem there,
Was
Kat.
that because you'd had a 3-hour drive and we didn't have much time in
No,
between?
you know what? I've
before we saw the
done it before. I've done it before, and you can't blame driving on. A good theatre production will wake you up.
Yeah, it will spark your
It will fire you up,
No,
and
that's
you will go
something-
home buzzing.
Yeah, that's something I found about it. I found it was beautifully staged. You couldn't want for a better stage performance, but I think it lacked a little bit of the imagination. It left you feeling it was all a little bit predictable.
Yeah, it was like the producer, the director, had told us everything basically, and not left
nothing
enough
to the imagination.
for the imagination.
There
So there was no participatory element in that.
I found we were sitting
slightly
on the
detached,
side, weren't we? But we still had a good viewing area. But it seemed the characters were playing very much to the front of house, the front audience, sorry, and not the side areas were left a little bit to fizzle out. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. It seems to work under proscenium arch type of old-fashioned theatre kind of layout. Although it's on three sides, it's not a theatre in the round like it is in Prescott.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of it was lost on us.
Because it was
we couldn't see fully.
The back areas.
We couldn't see the back of the stage.
Yeah.
If you're sitting in the side stalls.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, really. I know they're slightly cheaper seats, but even so,
you should be able
to see something
of what's
going on at the back.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Which is not a problem at the Shakespeare North, by the way, because it's in the round and it's you don't miss anything. But all in all, if I was to judge this this production,
what would you give it out of 10?
Well, I'd give it 2 out of 10.
No,
I know it's harsh, but I would say that
2.
Yeah, it's totally. I found the production values were totally predictable. I think they threw everything that is stereotypically Victorian. It was like a living Victorian postcard or illustrative book. They threw everything at it to make it look.
Yeah, but I suppose they kept
Victorian.
to the storyline, but in doing that, it became a bit stunted.
It became humourless.
Yeah.
There was no humour.
There wasn't much humour.
I've read the reviews of this, and they seem to give it glowing reviews.
Yeah, I read the Times and the Telegraph reviews, and they were.
I'm sure that
praising it to the heavens.
Watching a different production than we were. Maybe, you know, I don't know. I mean, we've been trying to figure it out whether it was our mood, the mood that we were in when we got to the theatre, or whether it was the production itself. And we've seen enough productions to know that it certainly wasn't our mood.
Yeah.
Because a good theatre production will change your mood regardless.
Instantly, yeah.
Because that's what theatre is about. And
I mean, if you think about theatre, it's escapism. You're entering another world.
It's escapism, and it is a form of entertainment.
And you want to feel like you're in that world.
That you need some kind of participatory element. You need to involve the audience in some way, and I don't think this did it for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great performance of Christmas Carol. I was so looking forward to it. The photographs look great.
The reviews
look great.
Were great.
And the wind is certainly great here, isn't it?
And you know, all the little snippets that the RSC send you and you subscribe to them anyway.
Yeah.
Are great. You get the videos. You had the run-ups. You had the little previews.
Yeah.
You had interviews with Scrooge, Adrian, Edmondson, and it looked like it was going to be an amazing.
Yeah. I just wonder who this production...
And then when I got there, I didn't come out with that amazing feeling.
I just wonder who this production was actually aimed for, because it certainly wasn't aimed for
It felt a little bit conservative to me.
Very conservative.
Very conservative.
Maybe Middle England might have liked it. But for our northern sensibilities, it just wasn't up to scratch. I'm sorry, even though it's at the RSC
and not the RHS,
not the RHS, RSC, and you know, it's on a world-class stage.
I mean, it's a beautiful theatre. It's really a nice. I like the theatre layout.
Yeah.
But again, that problem with being at the side.
I'll give it 2 out of 10.
What do I give it?
What do you give it?
I forgot my thing.
2 out of 10 is for the costumes and the production values, by the way. The lighting was quite nice.
Out of 10, I'm being rationally reasonable.
Yep.
I would give it a 5.5.
5.5.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's not a bad review. We try and be fair on these reviews. If you're wondering why we review the theatre, by the way, we've got a lot of experience with the theatre. We've worked in a lot of them, and we've done
with various aspects
going back to the 1980s.
Yeah.
So we do know what we're talking about. We're not just we're
not just blagging it. Hopefully,
we try not to blag it.
Touch wood.
Yeah, don't shake the table cap because the camera goes crazy.
People.
We're in a very windy position here.
Have you told people where we are?
We're in the forest of Arden, where Shakespeare's mother came from, Mary Arden, and we're actually at a Elizabethan property owned by the National Trust.
If you move out the way,
which is Baddesley Clinton.
Baddesley Clinton.
Baddesley Clinton. It's a moated Elizabethan
And
house.
was owned by the Ferrers family for 500 years.
It was.
There you go.
Anyway, just to round it off, we'll just talk about the theatre experience now,
Oh, that
as the wind picks up
That's shaking
in the
like
forest of
jiggery.
Arden. The theatre experience as compared to the Shakespeare North, Kath, what do you think about that?
Right, okay. I think, and I'm not being biased here at all, but I think the production of Midsummer Night's Dream in the cockpit at the Shakespeare North was far superior. It
To
was
what?
better. To Christmas Carol.
You can't compare them though, can you, Kath?
Not really, because they're not Shakespeare. One's Dickens.
no.
No, but I mean, I'm talking about in production value and stage value. The costumes.
The experience.
The costumes were equivalent. They were interesting, but I thought last night's costume wardrobe was beautiful. But in delivery and in certain scenes. With particular characters, I mean, and you can't compare the two because they're totally two different genres. But I enjoyed then. Shall I put it this way? I enjoyed Midsummer Night's Dream better.
Yeah, but what was your theatre experience, Kath?
Oh, theatre experience.
That's what I asked.
Sorry, theatre experience of going into the RSC. I felt it a little bit overcrowded in the foyer, a little bit regimented as you go in. I didn't get that welcoming feel. I mean, as you go in through the Theatre of the North now, you can just go in, chill out, sit down, get a drink, blah, blah, blah. You can do that in there, but it was just a little bit more...
You felt a bit more on edge?
Not on edge, no, just a little bit more... it felt just a little bit restrictive in some way. Maybe it's because it was our first visit, I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, we've worked there before, we've been in there before, but we've never actually seen a show.
Extremely noisy to me.
It was very
They
noisy.
had school groups in, they had student groups in, they had the general public.
Yeah.
It seemed to be saturatedly noisy before you went in.
And the queuing system was a bit chaotic, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then the bag searching.
Yeah.
Without the hard hat.
Without the hard hat. So that's our view on the Shakespeare, on the RSC in Stratford. Let us know what you think. We'll be doing a review of A Christmas Carol when it comes up at the Shakespeare North later this month.
Just to mention, the RSC performance, if anybody's interested in going, has been on since the 26th of October. It finishes the 1st of January.
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so,
I think they started rehearsals for Christmas Carol at Shakespeare North last night, you said?
well, they did a rehearsal last night. They started rehearsals before that.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the vlog. If you've got any comments, please leave them below on the video, and we'll see you in a next Playhouse chat review or chat.
And we're going to see Shakespeare North Christmas Carol on 6th of January. Did you say that? Oh, I must have been miles away. I was getting fed up, Phil.
Okay, the camera's shaking like crazy now. The fluff has blown off our microphone, and so now we're going to call it a day.
There it is.
Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.